Top news of Putin's madness. I apologize for my pronunciation, I am from Russia. I can be arrested by FSB every minute. The European Union has concluded that Russia wants to occupy Ukraine. It is not interested in negotiations. European Union diplomacy chief Joseph Borrell believes that Russia is not yet interested in negotiations on case of fire in Ukraine because its army has not achieved its military goals. It wants to encircle the coast to the border with Moldova and isolate Ukraine from the sea. In Borrell's opinion, everything will be resolved in the next 15 days. The White House suggested developing response scenarios for Washington and its allies in case Moscow uses nuclear weapons in break the military stalemate. Russia's constant stream of reminders that it has an arsenal at the ready and can use it has put Washington on high alert. More than 30 people may be under the rubble in the city of Izum, Kharkiv region. Rescues cannot reach them without special equipment.
Школа, то, что осталось. Ну, а это, конечно, да.
This was announced by the deputy mayor of the city Vladimir Matsokin. According to him, there were a lot of people in the basement of the house at the time of the air attack. Several floors of the house as a result of the impact collapsed and pinned the shelter. Mariupol now. In response to Russian aggression, France decided to increase the presence of nuclear submarines. 3 French nuclear-powered missile submarines were simultaneously deployed at sea for the first time of 3 decades in response to rattling weapons from Russia. 2 of the 4 French submarines carrying Triomphant-class ballistic missiles have left their base at Le Long-Thaus of Brest, supporting the only vessels normally on constant patrol under the Atlantic. Russia is introducing the ruble in the seized Ukrainian territories. The goal is to incorporate the territories into its own monetary and currency orbit. The ruble is being introduced in the following ways: restricting the importation of hryvnia cash, obtaining a list of people who receive pensions and social welfare payments in order to convert these payments into the ruble, transferring settlements in petty trade to the ruble. Putin did not take into account the next aspect, the general digitalization of the country in which almost all pensions and social payments are made in non-cash form. Petersburg, 2022. A madding crowd yelling at a blockade-era grandmother with anti-war placards.
Украина, при чем тут мы, Россия? Мы там, нас туда даже Евровидение не пускают. Как можно туда? Какая полиция?
Это известный пол. Она же меня толкала. Они потом делают репортажи, зарабатывают.
Победа одной страны.
When people choose sugar between freedom and sugar, they end up losing everything, including sugar. The Putin-Shamalov villas have taken on new colors. After us plans to make import substitution version of Lada models, Putin has already lost 15,800 of his own soldiers. The rather flex in the trash can after Putin's satanic concert in Luzhniki. State TV channels showed without sound footage of an alleged meeting of the Совбез today, where Shoigu was present. He is in the upper left corner of Putin's monitor. The clip is 100% canned. Just note, the first 4 seconds and the last 4 seconds of the video are one and one of those shots. Foreign Minister Lavrov said, "No one could even think that the West would block the central bank's reserves. First, cursing the West. Second, starting a war. Third, continue to keep money in the West. You are amazed that the money is blocked. Is this weak-minded man here the great and cleverest diplomat?" Today is exactly 1 month since tragedy has entered every Ukrainian and Russian home. Our compatriots don't yet understand it all, but the more frightening will be the realization. If Putin shows on TV a fake victory parade in Kiev, there will be those who will believe him. It seems that the level of public disorientation is at an all-time high level.